Hey guys, it's Jim Bounds with Co-op Motorworks and Motorhome Rehab Ranch on Patreon. Hey, ranch hands, and listen, thanks for the new ranch hands coming up. Man, it's exciting to hear people buying the coaches and getting involved and really understand what this is about. I appreciate that. So, we're going to talk today about LED taillights, which you'd love to be able to say, you know, you can just take this out with a screw gun, pop this plug out, this bulb out, and then it broke. Piece of garbage. Look at that, broke. Wouldn't it be nice to just pull that thing out, stick a little LED thing in here, and you're all good? Guess what? Right in the middle, it'll be like the surface of the sun. But the rest of it will be dark. You end up with actually less illumination with one of these than you do with a regular bulb, the one that broke. Okay? So, as much as you'd love to say this is going to work, see, the problem is you only see these three, because all these on the side, LEDs don't reflect. Even with the reflector, they don't, their light is at a point that it doesn't reflect very well. So this bulb is just no good for our application, okay? And this is not what we're going to talk about today, all right? So before we get into this, come on over here. I got a lot of interest the last videos about, remember the wall, building the walls and the pattern of the walls and all this. And then I said, well, heck, I'll just give you a pattern. Well, Scarlett's phone blew up. Well, I want to let you know, I got the paper. I can extend this out. Here's Mr. Pattern. Now remember, I'm going to be taking off this bulb trim seal that goes to the front A-frame window. And then I'm going to be taking this off, and this will be your pattern. Yes, it will be proud out this way and out this way. Why? Because it needs the bulb trim seal on the side. Where do you get it? You go to the other video and look at it. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start filling those up here real soon. They've given me this responsibility personally. So, no problem. All right. LED taillights. Let's bring over our equipment on our three-legged table. Everything has a value here. We built a prosthetic. I think Scarlett's going to give you a up close of it. It's just a wonderful little table. Lost a foot, so worked out good. So here's our work surface. Don't need the screws that came out of that side. Now we want to put an LED light in there that's bigger than that. Make sense? How do you do that? All right, get your pencils out. This is a Bargman, B-A-R-G-M-A-N. Let's see, what's their part number? Oh, come on, gentlemen. Looks like, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do a close-up and you'll see it. It's on here somewhere. But this is an LED wafer, 4 by 6 inch wafer. So the LEDs are not like this. They're spread out. See that? See, they're spread out. So when you take this and you affix it right in there, right? But the big fun thing about this, it's got a plug. Right. It's got a plug, and if this little son of a gun had not busted out of there, I could plug this in and the electrical's done. Booyah. No wiring. Well, the blue wire goes to the red. No, none of that. Plug it in. Clean, get these nice and clean. Clean all those connectors up in there, and you plug it in. Work out for you? All right, so after you get this in there, now, you see the little tabs on the back? You cut those out. You get that to fit in there just right, because it's just right. See that? It's perfect. Then, after you're in there, get some tin snips. There's several ways to do this. What we've been doing recently is you get some tin snips, some flat stock aluminum, and this will be in there like that. Now, some people will hold it in there and just put some epoxy, which is cool. But if you do that, then you're going to have a hard time taking it out. So you just take this flat stock, you bend it, and I should have had a pair of pliers, but that's okay. I'm going to do what you don't do. I'm going to bend it with something you're not supposed to bend it with. Okay? Then, it'll be in there like that. You got a flat surface right there. You pop that in there, you come out here to right about there. Make a little tab. Now bend that. Use pliers, don't use the end of the things here. So that's held in there like that. And it's really cool because this thing right here pops right in there, baby. I think the screw is a little long. Like this. Screw it in right there and right here, and it's in. Now you say, well, that's not what I want it to look like. What about the reverse light? You're right. Here's how you do that. That's why we're going to come over here. Everybody's seen these. This is a late 80s Chevrolet van taillight assembly. This one is old, scratched up, and cracked. That's why I get to cut on it. But you can buy these. We buy these from a company called Carolina Supply. Depot Professional Auto Parts. Part number, she'll give you a picture of this, is basically a 1928R US. You got a L and an R, left and right, because they're backwards, right? So you get two of these, Depcos. There's a lot of them available. I think Napa may have them too. Get a left and right. Get two of the Bargmans. Looks like 9011494, but we'll have it on a picture at the end of the video. Get two of these. Each one of them gets 4 long screws. I'll show you what we're going to do with it in just a second. And that will make one right there. Okay? Say, well, wait a minute. This thing's got this big back on it. In the 80s, they didn't do this. They didn't cut a big hole in the back of the body and all that. They just put the bulb right into here and stuck it in. Okay? Well, this doesn't work. But the thing is, the engineers, the hole pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, is almost perfect. That's the part, ranch hands, that you want me for. Almost perfect. So, but this back doesn't fit, right? Now, a lot of people over the years take a saw and cut all that out. Now you got a hole the size of 2 fists in the back of the motorhome. And by the way, this is cute. We don't need that, because the new lens stands proud right on the top. Okay? You can see it won't go in. Let's fix that. We're going to take the tool that you went out and got at Harbor Freight, right? Now, when you look at this thing, you can see this one goes through and stops right there, and these are positioner points. Well, they don't do us any good. We're going to take this saw and we're going to cut this off all the way around here. We're going to cut that off, take it all off, and then it'll fit on here and it'll fit over that. All right, so we're going to run probably fast film or something. I'm going to cut this. All right, here we go. Okay, cut out, gone. Now you may need to trim a little bit more to get it flatter because, you know, just, let's see what happens. Well, actually this one is the wrong side. Remember I told you there's a left and a right? So hang on. This coach is getting new taillights anyway, so it won't matter. I hate these bifocal glasses, you know what I mean? Won't hurt a bit, don't look. It's right on there. Now we got to trim a little bit more here, a little high. And then when you put this lens in, put your LED. Let's get this bolt come out. Yes! Just take that, plug it in right side up, of course. There you go. In. Get the gasket out of the way. Put those right in there. Cut a little bit more out. And that goes right in there. Boom. A little bit more cutout. You see what I'm saying? A little bit more cutout. Here, a little there. Maybe shorten that a little bit. There you go. You have taillights. You want to see what this looks like? Here, hang on a second. Let's go outside and I'll show you. Stand by. I'll show you the back of JG. So this is JG, and there you go. LEDs are dispersed through here. You can see that the lens is sitting proud on the taillight. This is a 73, so it had the same setup before. All right. Now, this is an LED light. Your conventional 2-wire 12-volt flasher will not flash these. This thing works on resistance. Through the bulb, this thing heats up, pops, cools down, down, up, down, up, down. Well, these don't present any resistance, so there's no current. It won't work. Now, you'll see all kinds of them. Here's an upgrade heavy-duty flasher. This is an electronic flasher. Now, we have had some luck with these. When you look in it, like here's one from Napa. It's a EL13, okay? And if you look inside, see, it's got a little PC board and stuff in there. Now this may work, okay, because it's not looking for the resistance to kick it. But the one we usually use It's called a 4-wire flasher. It's got these that plug in. It's got a wire coming off. That wire goes to ground because it needs to know where ground is to be able to turn on and off. The true electronic flasher is called a 4-wire flasher. Okay? Our supplier supplies us these. He sells stuff to golf cart guys over in the villages. And he says, these will work. Okay, they did. Bonus. So you may want to use these, but for sure, if you get a regular one with another wire coming off, 4-wire, that's what you want. Okay, well look, taillights. That's a nicer look. That's more illumination than an original one. It's a good look. You got rid of the trim. You made the red a little bit bigger. You updated it to a late 80s. Now, you've seen all kinds of people changing these taillights. We did one, we put Dodge van headlights and Ford Escort taillights in it. And we have another one, it's actually for sale right now. It's called Mighty Fine from Behind. We put a set of Mopar van taillights in it. It really looks sharp, mighty fine from behind. But I tell you, for the money and for the look and for what's happening, the original taillight assembly with this updated lens and with a wafer LED in here really looks good. I think that the original designers really knocked it out of the park with this. You know, they used it in the van, so they pulled some of the design from other GM equipment, and I think this was a good one. All right, well, I'm not selling you any fish. I just showed you where the lake is. You got a fishing pole now, and I'll be over in the bait shop, all right? Ask other questions. This came directly from somebody saying, how do I do LED taillights? And I got somebody else who's, oh man, wanted me to sell him some of those wafers. See, that's just not what we're about now. What we're about is to help you do it and how to find it locally. I think the word DIY, do it yourself, is kind of overused, okay? I haven't come up with a better one. But it's do it yourself, yeah. These things are coming online, and you know, everybody can't throw 150, 200 grand at them. I don't. I mean, you know, shark's teeth on the front, you know. You don't have to really enjoy these things. It is nice to do it, and it'll take you an extra 5 minutes to put gas in it because all the questions, for sure, even mine. But every way that you want to treat yours is right, and it works. And if it works for you, then that's awesome. All right. Well, look, give me some more ideas. Give me some more things. Ranch hands, I appreciate it. Tell other people. Bring some more people in here. We got a bunch of cows to push. See you next time.